quick training video, had an agent ask about RESPA. Fees are really administrative fees is how we need to say it, but I'll do a little bit of talking about that. Let's see if they answer, so I can answer their questions as to whether they can receive them. They had some question about that, so we're going to call Michelle real quick, and this video is for our staff here at Residential Warranty Services. See if she answers.
Michelle Nicely.
Hi, Michelle. My name is Nathan Thornberry, and I am calling you to answer a question that you had posed to one of my staff members here at Residential Warranty Services regarding the administrative fees that we pay to agents on home warranties.
Yeah. Well, I just started getting them. I've been using CSI for a long time, and you can probably look on my record and see that I have ordered many home warranties, and I got these, and I know in Virginia, for us in Fredericksburg, they did away with any rebates or kickbacks or anything like that several years ago, and they redid our statute. I could probably send you a copy if you needed me to, but it literally says that we are not to receive any kickbacks, any way we could word it, they put it, commissions, rebates, anything like that, and so I'm not really sure what this falls under, and I don't know whether to accept the 2 checks that I just got, or now, of course, my broker, we know that we could do disclosures, but even with a disclosure, our statute says we're not to accept it. So I'm not sure how you guys are getting around it or what you're wording it as. Can you help me understand?
Sure. So, and I will be happy to review what you have, because new information is new information. I'm never going to not accept that. Would be happy to look at it and respond to you in writing and tell you exactly what it means or how it would apply.
Okay.
But notwithstanding that, let me tell you about the admin fee in as summarily a way as possible, as do not waste your time.
Believe me, I want the fee, I want the kickback, but I have to just make sure that I'm doing everything right on my part, because we recently had an agent in Virginia, and he had only accepted maybe $500 worth of rebates, but he still got fined big time. So anyway, please know that I appreciate it and I would love it. I just need to understand it. Okay.
So and just as a follow-up to this call, I'm going to give you my email address, which is really simple. It's easy to remember. It's nathan@nathan.tv, because I would love for you to send me 2 things. Number 1, the statute that is causing you to question things, or the rule, the law, whatever, a link to whatever you got, and I'll be happy to look at it personally and respond to you. Number 2 is if you have an agent that got nailed with some fines, and you happen to have his name or a link to a story about that or wherever that comes from, I can look into that deeper as well, because here's what we find outside of admin fees, really just with anything in this industry, is we tend to get half the story. And we don't know what the circumstances around that were, but I can tell you this: in 30 years, millions and millions of transactions, we have never had an agent working with us, and we have around 150,000 agents in our system, suffer any consequences from dealing with anything with us. Okay, so I don't know what his deal was. Let me tell you what I know about administrative fees, which is what I'm always going to call them, and how they apply to RESPA, and a very short history of why there is massive confusion in my experience in this industry. So, number 1, as far as administrative fees are concerned, there are some ways to do them that would be legal. And when you look at the form that we sent you, that we have our agents fill out, they ask questions, and we're looking for responses to those questions. Each of those questions is kind of a leading question to a circumstance that says, hey, if we were to pay you a very small nominal fee, I mean, nobody buys warranties because of $60. If we were going to provide you a very small nominal fee, could we obligate you to help us if we ever need clarification, documentation, if we need you to, count up appliances, make sure, as representative for your client, for filling out this form, for making sure that everything is done correctly so that we don't have any coverage issues with this client, can we pay you for that service a very set fee, including ongoing follow-up if we ever need your help dealing with a client? And if you look back in 2010, I believe it was added to the Federal Register, there was, and this is the origin of all of the confusion. In 2000, I think it was 2008, 2009, there was an investigation by HUD into 3 different warranty companies regarding fees that they were paying. And each of those 3 warranty companies had different schemes by which they were doing it. I happen to know about one of them because I was in the process of purchasing one. I did not buy that company. Here's one of the things that they did with their admin fees, which I did not like and I would never do. They had an admin fee. They called it an admin fee, but then they structured it like a commission and said, well, if you sell one of our $300 warranties, you get a $50 admin fee. But if you sell one of our $600 admin or warranties, you get $100. Well, wait a second. Now the agent has an interest in selling more warranty, and now you're making it a commission-based thing. You can't say that the cost or the services that the agent did for you changed based on whether it was a $300 or a $600 warranty, just that they suggested that their clients spend more money. So that plainly put that in the realm of being a commission, not an admin fee. I don't know what the schemes were with the other 2 because HUD is very close-lipped about this, but they came out with a Federal Register entry that said very specifically that these admin fees would be okay if you followed the following criteria. And if you read all of those questions in the RESPA form, they basically ask, are you following the criteria that HUD said would make these fine? Now, there's only one state that I'm aware of, and again, send me what you have from the Commonwealth of Virginia. I'll be happy to take a look at that. And if I was one of my staff members, I'd be asking you for it, sending it to me. And if I couldn't tell you what it was with certainty, I would send it to our legal team. They're available to you for these issues. But there's really only one state where there is a state mandate saying no, you can't pay admin fees or anything, and that would be California. So I've never heard of that in Virginia. I talk directly to the guy who regulates home warranties and home service contracts. I've spoke to him many times for the Commonwealth of Virginia, and well, his name is Jim Ware, and he's the senior financial analyst for the Department of Insurance. But I've never heard of anything different about Virginia. But again, if there's some new information, I will make sure that we're abiding by it. I will respond to it, and I will give that to you in writing. Now, let's talk about from a practical matter, because I just had somebody ask a question. They weren't in your state. It was a different state. It was an agent named Jason who said, hey, I understand, that I need to disclose warranty, any admin fees. How would you best do that for a client? And I said, you know what? That's a great question, because at the end of the day, even if there weren't any laws to say disclose this stuff, if you're a good person and a good agent, you're disclosing. So good for you, Jason. Let me tell you what I would do. I would write a note to my client that said the following. And if you send me that email, I will respond with this note so that you have as a template as well. It would say...
Tell me your email one more time.
It's nathan@nathan.tv.
Nathan.tv?
Yes, nathan@nathan.tv. So it would say this, though. It would say, Dear client, I am making sure to get the warranty ordered, and I just wanted to mention a few things to you. Number one, There is an administrative fee payable to me as an agent. Regardless of which warranty company I go with, they generally send out a small fee of $60 to $100 to agents, and this fee is payment for collecting information for them and ensuring your coverage isn't lacking from a standpoint of what optional coverages you should know about, what components the home has, etc. Number 2, when I suggest a warranty, I look for coverage and service. The one I am suggesting is RWS, Residential Warranty Services, and here's a link, realwarranty.net. You can check out their coverage because they cover underground sewer and water lines, and they're the only company that is open 24 hours a day. Number 3, the warranty is for new failures, so this is really a separate discussion from the inspection response. But one key feature about this warranty is that there is no pre-existing conditions unless it was something specifically noted by the inspector, and this solves a lot of issues in my experience. And number 4, lastly, if you were interested in adding structural warranty coverage, this company does that as well. Here's a link to check that out. Now, that's what I would do from a disclosure standpoint. Again, notwithstanding any new information, I will respond to, and I'll send this to you in that email so you have it and can use it as a template and send it to your clients and make sure that you feel good. Now, as a practical matter, though, just one other important thing to note. You do not have to accept the administrative fee. So if you don't want it, we won't send it to you. But if you
know that, and I want it, though, so I really want to work out how to do it. Nobody's not going to say they don't want money.
You know what I
mean?
Yeah, I do. You'd be surprised, and what I've found is this is very regional. You know, agents in Knoxville, Tennessee, they don't want the fee because they think it's illegal or they think it's questionable or whatever, and that's just the predominant rumor. But in Nashville, Tennessee, same state, you know, it's a 2-hour, 3-hour drive or whatever, but same state. You know, they'll call me the day after closing and ask where it is. You know, so.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, Nathan. I'm curious, since I've been using CSI.
Say it again.
Hold on a second, my child's hurt. Hold on.
Oh, if your child's hurt, call me back. This is unexpected, but since we're training, if somebody says, my child's hurt, hold on a second, you know, just let it go. Stay on hold. Don't leave them. Don't hang up. So then you just inconvenience them too, and they're dealing with a scuffed knee. I'm sure if the kid had like an arm fall off or something that she would have hung up immediately. I would hope so. But let's see what she does when she comes back. So far, you know, you've heard me talk to an agent. I get that you're not going to be able to say everything like I do. Just say what you're comfortable with. And you can always say, hey, let me have a supervisor get with you. But we have this question every once in a while, and we'll be happy to do that. We'll be happy to get stuff in writing. If somebody says, well, gosh, there's a law somewhere or something happened or whatever, if you'd send that to me, I'll have our legal department look at it and get you a response in writing, no problem. You know, those sorts of things. Those are common sense responses. And this is just an agent who has like 5 admin fees stacked up, and she's wondering if she can get them. And she wants the admin fees. I mean, she earned the money. She doesn't want to turn down $300. It's, you know, just after the holidays. I'm sure we need to replenish the Christmas fund. But, you know, she wants to make sure that she's doing it legally. And I'm going to post this this disclosure that agents should send off to their clients, and I may even send this out and email this out to a bunch of agents today. I might get real excited and do that. We'll see. In fact, I hope Arnie and Al watch this video and the whole sales team and learn something there. Let's see if she's still with us. It's been 13 minutes. I'm still here if you are, and it's okay if you're not able to talk right now. I can call you back at another time. I'll leave the phone on. I think that's probably all she has for me, but hopefully you guys learned something.